is my surprise from the weekend, and that's Colorado. I don't think anybody had Colorado doing to TCU what they did, and people can say if there was 5 or 6 more minutes in that game, it looked like the tides were turning, but Colorado hung on, and they got a win that 99% of the country probably assumed that they would not. Just incredible numbers from numerous players on that team. And there's a swagger. I said even back when I think in one of our off-season episodes when this hire happened that Colorado had already won the year because they were being featured on Big Noon Kickoff the first 2 weeks of the year, featured on ESPN multiple times this year. Like they had already won. Now and I think EJU said this on the Student of the Game report, they matched their win total from last year.
111 last year.
All of a sudden that over-under line of 3.5, they're spoiler alert. I even said it on the observations pod that came out late last night that they're probably going to be 3-0 going into the Oregon game in week 4.
Yep.
So like the surprise was beating TCU. It won't be surprising that they win the next 2, which is Nebraska and Colorado State. Then things get real. So it's going to be wild to watch, but but
it's funny expectations shift like that. Just one game expectations shift. Like if they we were talking about this last week. If they win 4 games, that's success. All of a sudden, no, 1 game in, we're talking about if they win 6 or 7 games. If they don't win 6 or 7 games, maybe it's quite disappointing. I mean, that's on 1 game. I mean, I can see why people feel like it's a little overreacting, and I get it. And I know TCU's not the same team they were last year, certainly.
They absolutely are not.
But again, you were a 20.5-point underdog on the road. You not only covered, you actually win the fucking game, and that's the thing, And that team looked like it was motivated from the start. It looked like it was engaged. Obviously, there's a lot of holes there. The defense is still pretty bad, but the whole point of this Colorado thing this year, especially, is to make it your team attractive for other recruits. And so right now, so far, so good for Dion and company.